I just want to make this video real quick to read something to y'all about our police chief. Fort Worth police captain suing city accuses police chief of retaliation. The captain, a former Fort Worth deputy chief, alleges she was retaliated against, humiliated, harassed, and demoted for holding other officers accountable. Fort Worth, Texas. A Fort Worth police captain who was formerly a deputy chief before being demoted is suing the city, claiming she was retaliated against by police chief Neil Noakes for holding officers under her command accountable. The civil suit is asking for Captain Paula Conway to be reinstated in her deputy chief position and for monetary damages between $250,000 and $1 million. Conway insisted on accountability of the officers she commanded, the state suits. As a result, she was retaliated against, harassed, humiliated, and ultimately demoted by the chief of police. In February 2021, while Conway was still a deputy chief, the suit states she was assigned to a case surrounding an internal investigation into an officer due to a traffic stop where the officer repeatedly punched an unresisting driver in the face repeatedly. A grand jury case against the officer didn't lead to an indictment. Afterwards, the department had 45 days to complete an internal investigation. That time expired before the case got to Conway for review. Once it expires, the most she could do was issue a written reprimand, which she did. This began what the suit called false accusations that Conway was targeting officers, which reportedly led to retaliation against Conway. After reviewing several incidents of another officer who reportedly showed questionable conduct, the suit states that several officers had complained to Noakes about Conway, and the Fort Worth Police Officers Association sent out an email in May 2021 alleging a fishing expedition type of body cam audits conducted on certain sides of town, but didn't name Conway specifically, although Noakes was reportedly told it was about her. The suit states Noakes then asked Conway's supervisor to investigate these claims, and that supervisor later told Noakes she wasn't fishing or targeting officers. The suit lists other numerous occasions where Conway asked to meet with Noakes about the alleged targeting and not being able to do so, or Noakes snubbing Conway or not acknowledging her at public events. In June 2021, the suit states Noakes moved Conway to investigate and support command, which Conway felt was like discipline and that she was being punished despite doing nothing wrong. In July 2022, the suit states that the president of the POA made a complaint on behalf of crimes against children unit officers to Noakes, which reportedly contained lies about Conway, allegedly she interfered in a CACU investigation. 2 months later, the suit details that Noakes repeatedly held a meeting excluding Conway to solicit complaints about her and reportedly told Conway's subordinates at the meeting that he would either transfer her or demote her. D.C. Conway was the most tenured deputy chief of the 6 deputy chiefs in the Fort Worth Police Department, yet she was the one who was continuously transferred without asking her where she wanted to work, in contrast to the male deputy chiefs who were given options. Conway was summoned to meet with Noakes in July 2023, where she was demoted to the position of captain. Noakes repeatedly told her this was because no one wanted to work with her out of fear she would target them. After leaving the meeting, she reportedly had to pass by the candidates waiting outside to interview for her position. In an email announcing her demotion, the suit states that Noakes repeatedly insinuated Conway has not been operating effectively in the role. despite numerous evaluations and recommendation letters reportedly showing the opposite. All of Conway's evaluations at the Fwpd are stellar, praising her accomplishments until she took actions to discipline and correct officers who used excessive force and acted unconstitutionally. Chief Noakes then turned his back on her, targeted her for retaliation, demoting her, and took away all supervisory responsibility. This suit accuses Noakes of a pattern of retaliating against command staff who try to hold other officers accountable, citing examples such as sergeants being removed from the public relations team after trying to do so, and demoting a commander attempting to hold subordinates responsible for policy violation. Conway is accusing the city of violating both the Whistleblower Act and the Texas Labor Code. This is the most recent suit filed by a Fort Worth officer against the city after a former police chief filed suit against the city claiming wrongful termination. Both sides agreed to settle last month. And it says that the people has reached out to the city of Fort Worth for comment, but has not heard back as of Wednesday afternoon. And that's what I mean about these supervisors, and that's what I've been saying. The chief of police, he's POA. That's what I'm talking about. Because POA is garbage, and so is our chief of police, as you read. And think who's gonna pay the lawsuit? Not the chief of police.